Hi folks, and welcome to another Mac Tactics by me, Tactical Max 7 on YouTube. Today we're looking at the 4222, the alternative version. I said at the beginning of the week I had two. This is the one that was working in the EAFC Tactical Hub. It's more balanced. It doesn't move the same way. The two CDMs stay as two CDMs. Your fullbacks provide a little bit width, but not overly attacking. And your two cams, one plays as a playmaker and the other one plays as a shadow striker. So yeah, it's completely different. It's nice because you can have like these completely different teams. So I don't know why I told you all that without showing you. So there's my my lineup, and let's get into team management. So here is the tactic. There's a code in case you want to, see it, do it, pause it. 4222, it's counter and it's high defensive approach this time. So it's a little bit more at the park, which is good for a lot of people. Like it. Poacher and advance forward on your left striker and right striker. Your right cam is your shadow striker this time, and your left cam is your playmaker roaming. Your two CDMs are on holding and roaming. If you're finding these guys are too high up the park for you, which I'd be surprised, but because of the high depth it can happen, you can put one of them to defending, or you can put one of them to deep line playmaker and defend. Completely up to you. I have them on holding and roaming, just because I like the movement of them. Both right and left back are on full back and balanced, so they will move up the park a little bit, as opposed to defend, where you can see that they stay back. We do get an extra green box. Two defenders are on defender and defend, and goalkeeper is on goalkeeper and defend, because that's what they have to be. There is it with the ball, and there is it without the ball. So it's a completely different shape. You will find that Neymar is a lot closer to your right striker, and Diaby is more, is deeper. And it's weird because on this you would expect him to be really narrow, but Diaby actually plays wide, and you'll see that in the gameplay. He does play much wider than you'd expect. So you always have to take this lineup with a little bit of pinch of salt until you've played with it. Players to watch out for in this, when you're defending, your CDMs are going to be really close to your centre backs, and it makes defending the centre of the box really easy. You can grab your CDMs, and you very rarely need to swap to your centre backs. It's only if you're defending on the counter will you really move to your centre backs. Your left back and your right back, as always, make sure they've got pace, because they're going to be getting up and down. Your shadow striker, your right cam, you want them to be good on the ball and have a good strike of the ball. Power shot plus there would be phenomenal. Your left cam, someone with pace, because they're a lot more all about the place. Your two strikers, one of them poacher plus if you can, because that puts them in great positions, and the other one advance forward. But two people that you enjoy playing with and can score goals. These two strikers have been absolutely phenomenal for me. Muller is definitely one of my top 5 cards in this game. Just absolutely phenomenal. Klose, just weirdly amazing aerial plus and great striking. You'll see a finesse shot he scores from outside the box. His stats would tell you can't do that, but he's just a strange card. Don't try and dribble with him. But, great striker. Right, let's get into the gameplay and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like, subscribe, and comment. You guys are amazing. Okay, let's get into the recording of the 4222, second one I've done this week. I like this one. So this one's more balanced, as I've already explained. Diaby here, he's in the team for Neymar, who I'm playing out on the right just because of the player rules. It's nice that you can play him at cam. Neymar is so much fun. If you haven't got him, he's so cheap. Just so much fun. So we're just kind of looking for space or probing. You see, it's a bit narrow. Mendes comes forward. Got Declan Rice in for that playstyle plus, can't remember. We're just doing little passes. We find the space with Muller, and we go near post. Muller's such a good card. Got so lucky getting him. So you see, it pushes us that kind of wide 4, but Diaby immediately drops back. I'll just show you that again, just to show you this. So straight from kickoff, we all push forward as a 4. And then now, because we're in the defensive side of it, Neymar stays up, so you get this kind of 3, but Diaby's dropped back. You see the two centre mids are really close in here, but he'll move out there to cover that. The back four is in a nice line, but Diaby just drops back into that midfield and it becomes a bit, like I say, a bit like a 4-3-3. That's why it's just a bit more balanced than the other one. So we win the ball back quickly. Love a little dink over for Neymar, and we just drill it into the far corner. Had loads of time. And I know it's difficult because when you watch this, I pause it, I bring it back, I pause it, I bring it back. You can see how much space is on the pitch. This pace and this space, it's in all our games. We just, unless you're recording it and getting to see it, you don't notice it when you're playing it. I don't feel the space when I'm playing the game. Honestly, I feel like I'm going at breakneck speed, and I'm watching it now, I'm thinking this is slow motion. We get Neymar down again, clip it to the back post. It's a good save, but it's a poor header for me. You know what my heading's like, it's like hit or miss. So we get started again, he gets the ball forward with De Jong. So he's like in a 4-2-4 by the looks of thing now. He's got Rafinha going down the line, he does well to win. I don't know how he wins that, but he does well. Walker gets back ahead of him. And so again, you can see here, we've just picked up the ball. There's my back four, and there's my two central defensive midfielders. They're really narrow and they're really deep, and these two just create a wall, and they're so close to each other. So if you're like me and you really struggle with passing at times, having these two players so close to each other really helps. Just makes the game work a little bit better for me. And as I get forward, he starts putting pressure on me. And we go out wide. Into Rice again. We drill the ball through to Neymar. We managed to take a touch. How Neymar knocks over Theo Hernandez there, I'm never going to know. I get tackled in the box. And at this point, he's decided he's had enough. Get the ball back to Rice. I think we take a power... No, I thought I was taking a power shot there. Oh, maybe we do take a power shot. No. We give it to Diaby, who takes a lovely little touch and then low driven shot into the bottom of the net. Just that wee touch takes him away from his defender. And you can see the defensive lunge. That was him playing. I think he just wastes time and then... Does he eventually quit? I'm sure he eventually quits. This is something I'm seeing more and more. People just wasting time. Oh, we're going again here, and I just run up the pitch. He's not playing at this point. There's a power shot. I knew there was a power shot. And then the weirdest thing is, he starts playing now. It's like, what? I got no idea what he's been doing this time. Yeah, but it lets us see the team. It lets us see the formation, so I don't really care. So he's coming down the left with Rafinha. He's got to beat Walker, and Walker's such a nice, proper defensive defender. Even though he doesn't have that playstyle plus, that role plus. Annoying. Mendes with the header at the back post. Diaby picks it up deep, and that's the nice thing about that left cam. They will sit deeper. Close it into Neymar. A lot of what I play with this, or how I play with this team, starts with if I'm in my own half, or quits it there because he can get the ball back. I attack more with Neymar with this team, just down that side. So we're getting into the second game. This one's a lot longer. It's like a full half, I think. I think it is. So we get started. He kicks off. Does anybody have like a specific thing they do at kickoff? Like a specific passing between 2 or 3 players? I find that I do. I didn't even know I had it. That was a lovely ball over to Neymar and a lovely little deft chip. It was offside. But that's how good Neymar is. We win the ball back high up the pitch with Rice. We threw ball to Neymar. Didn't get in, but we can't score it. I don't know if that was offside or if that was a foul. But anyway, we give away the free kick. So he's coming forward with Bernardo, Fernandez, Odegaard, clipping over the top, which struggle dealing with that Nunez, I've got to be honest. I don't know if anyone else is struggling with that little deft dink over the top. I do it a lot, I know that. We play the ball in between the defender and the fullback. It's a lovely like sand wedge type shot there. You can feel the backspin on that one, if I'm honest. So straight from kickoff, he tries to play the ball through. We pick it up. Again, you can see we've picked it up deep with Diaby. And that was... We'll not talk about that. That was just terrible. So, he tries to play the ball inside Mendes, but too quick. There we just a fake shot to take us away from his defender. We bring closer across to just try and narrow the passing angles, but he manages to pass through. Chiesa, who's always a nightmare to play against. I find Chiesa okay if he's playing as a winger, but when I'm playing against him as a striker, for some reason he always scores against me. Foden as well, his dribbling is a nightmare. So he does well there with that extra pass, and then we just get Van Dijk in the way and manage to win the ball. We've managed to isolate his fullback up the park. We tried to play like a driven through ball, but it didn't really come off. So here, really important. Let's look at that again. So I lose the ball here, but he plays one pass to Walker, and he tries to pass in midfield, and we're already winning the ball back. So we're not on a really high depth, but you see how many players we have. Well, like everyone's in his half. So when we win the ball here, we have options. And I picked the wrong one, if I'm honest. I want to go this way because his left back's already moving up the park. His two other midfielders are too high. His right back's been drawn in, so there's big space in here. Massive space here. And those are the areas that I need to be aiming for when we get going again. Oh yeah, I don't win it. But I do win the throw-in. So immediately I'm on the front foot. I think I was surprised getting the throw-in. I think he was surprised that I got the throw-in. Got the ball to Rice. I was thinking about a shot, and to be honest, I should have just hit it. Again, winning the ball high up the park. Give it to Klose, and he really shouldn't be banging in shots like that. His face stats do not represent that, but just a weirdly good card. Foden again on the wing. If he had pace, he would be an absolute demon card. Can you imagine if he gets a promo card with like a high pace boost or something crazy like that? That would be a nightmare. De Jong brings it out. We find the ball into Klose, who doesn't have the best passing, but when Neymar's making a run like that, I'm not having to have a card with like really high passing stats. Because when Neymar makes those inside runs, it's just not a lot you have to do. So again, we're quite high press, but he's working the ball sideways and back and forward. He's starting to send players on run. Again, that we dink over the top. Somehow he gets past Van Dijk there. I'm not sure how he does that. Rice, Diaby. If you're not using that, I'll bring it back just to show you. If you're not using this L3 pop, or whatever the pop is, just to do that and get that wee space, you need to start doing that around the box because it's brilliant for just knocking the ball over the defender's legs, getting past them. We just bring Frankie de Jong across it, and again, this is what I'm telling you guys all the time. When we're defending in this position, like I've got two defenders, I eventually grabbed Frankie de Jong. He's going that way, so I am going that way. Because I am moving to where the ball is going to be and not where the ball is. And once you start moving to where the ball is going to be, you will win a lot more tackles. Closer, think over, and we had to do the scissor kick. Because it's fun. And it's not toxic when you get into that position. So he's trying to come down through Foden again. Gives it back to Walker. He's looking for those wee runs inside, but Declan Rice has positioned himself really well. The CDMs do that because they're on roaming, defending and roaming. Foden gets down the right-hand side again. He goes into Darwin. Bruno's gone down. Dinkin, Fernandez, Frankie de Jong with the passing skills gives it to Muller. We lay it off to Neymar. We ball roll. We step over. It gives us the space just to fire away. And that's a quick counter-attack goal. It's a long pass from Frankie de Jong. And our front three really just finish it. I know we've got front four, but at that point it's front three. That's a lovely ball inside my left back. He's doing really well, Foden here. He does a lovely little step. There's not a lot I can do. Donnarumma has to make a good save. I could commit to the tackle a bit earlier with him, but he just made a good run. And sometimes they're going to do that against you. Diaby again. We're activating the skills, whatever it is. Getting into the box. We give it back to Diaby. I think we try Travella, yeah. And it goes Miles. Which it will do at times. Because you're not going to score everything. He gets a forward towards Bernardo Fernandez, lays it off to Odegaard. At this point, he gets it out to Chiesa. And he goes a wee dink into Bruno, and Rice has to be on his toes to get that. Again, he's brought Stones miles out of position, which has left me a little bit space. We give it to Miller, but he's offside. I'm just having one of those games at this point. He's given me so much space, but I'm not really punishing him. We get a good tackle, but we don't win it. Then he finds the space to Odegaard. A lovely ball, and that's me. Like, we win it back, but let's look here. When he gets the ball to Odegaard here, I panic. Like, I have dragged, we all do this, but I have dragged both my CDMs to the side of the pitch. So there's all this space. So instead of grabbing Rice and running to where the ball's going to be, I grab Van Dijk and try and drag him out before realising that Van Dijk was marking the striker, and now I've left a huge big hole behind him. There. And he finds him, and luckily Coleman, the AI of Coleman, has started to bring him across. And we can utilise that. But it's just one of the things that I do. And I do that in games against... If I do that again in a game against a really good player, I am punished 100% of the time. 100% of the time. And it gets really, really frustrating. And that's when I have to then start taking a break. So we're trying to run with Diaby, but he just gets caught. Diaby's a nice card, but he's only really good at running in a straight line, I find. There was a lovely ball to close it. I don't know why he was on an offside position, but he was. So we get started again. Bernardo in midfield. He's just controlling the ball. He finds Foden out wide. Foden doesn't have a lot of options here. So he cuts back inside, and I'm able to make the tackle with Nuno. And that's half time. And I just stopped it there. Second half, one of the same. But it's a really nice team, isn't it? Theo and Patelis. They've bought Frankie. First owner, Saliba. He's got the Evo on Van de Veen. Nunez, a nightmare card to play against. Yeah, it's a good formation. It's a good tactic. You see how that one's just a little bit more balanced. It's a lot harder to break down defensively, and your attacking kind of comes through the picking the ball up deep with your left cam. So that's when you want to have pace on, and then you want your right cam to be more of the goal scorer. Over me, Neymar, so they had the kind of trickster stuff. And your two strikers, you've seen how they kind of balance each other out. They'll always have one playing off the other one, which I think works really well with this. So, there it is. Hope you liked it. Fun formation to play. 2-4-4-2, 4-2-2s this week. You can pick which one you like. Give it a go and see how you go. Like, subscribe, and comment, because you guys are phenomenal. Thanks very much. And welcome to Tactical Mac's final thoughts and feelings. So into the last bit. You can see how the gameplay played out. Really fun. The tactic is expansive, defends really well, and allows you really nice recycling and high pressure opportunities. It's more balanced. It's not better defensively. It's more secure defensively with those two CDMs sitting than the 4-2-2 on Monday. But this one probably doesn't offer the same tactical advantages of the one on Monday due to the shape that it takes on the ball. This one is more about, I feel like this is more like an arrow. It's more be quick, get the ball forward quick, and be incisive. Whereas the one on Monday I felt was a bit more fun to recycle, control, play, hold on to the ball, look for that opportunity. So yeah, this maybe be the one you start with and then you move to that one. I don't know, because this one's so good defensively. It's just a very balanced one, but it doesn't feel as comfortable if you're holding the ball for a length of time, just because the players are very narrow. So yeah, you want to be quite counter-attacky with this one. That's why we're high depth and counter-attack, because we do want to be counter-attack with this one. That's the way I would play it. That's the way I suggest you guys play it. But have fun with this. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on in the comments. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you've enjoyed the weird loan cards being gone. I've got no idea what EA are bringing out today. I've not really looked at the leaks, so we'll see what we get. See what's there for us in rewards. You can see my team it's slowly becoming. This one's slowly becoming more and more obsolete. Icon picks haven't been great. We've not packed anything for a wee while, a good few weeks. So we'll wait and see what happens. But hopefully our pack luck gets back to being good again, and we can make a couple of changes to the team just to bring it up, because otherwise I feel like we're going to be left behind. Let me know how your team's getting on. Let me know how your pack pools are getting on. Share on if you're on X at all. Find me on X and share with me any great pools you've got. I'll like them. I'll repost them to show people that there are actually good players in packs. I'm saying that I did pack Donnarumma from the Centurions. I should be happy enough with that. 90 rated card. I should be happy with that. I'm going to be happy. I'm choosing to be happy with that. Right. Have fun. Give us a go. If the game stops being fun, stop playing the game. Play something else for a bit. Catch you guys in the next video.